I'm John Falcone, Senior Editor at CNET.com, and we're taking a look at the Nintendo Wii. This is Nintendo's latest video game console, and it differs in quite a few ways from the competition from the likes of Sony and Microsoft. First of all, as you can see, it's very tiny, just about the size of 3 DVD cases stacked together. You can mount it either vertically in the included stand, or you can also mount it more traditionally in a horizontal fashion here. It's got a slot-loading disk drive up front, as well as an SD card reader for some extra memory and for viewing photos. And it also has built-in wireless networking, which allows you to get onto the internet and do some interesting things that we'll look at in a second. In addition to the console itself, the other stuff you get in the box is this very unique wireless controller. It's a 2-part controller. You have what they call the Wiimote here, the wireless remote controller, which is motion sensitive. And this controller has a port on the bottom that you can connect for certain games, this nunchuck controller, which is also motion sensitive and enhances the gameplay as well. The Wii itself comes with 1 each of these controllers, and it can support up to 4 for multiplayer games. Now, the way the wireless controller works is that it actually interfaces with this sensor bar that you put on top of or below your TV. The other thing you'll find in the Wii box is an actual game. This is something we haven't seen in a while. It used to be traditional for consoles to come with a game, and Nintendo's bringing that back with Wii Sports. And what they do is serve as a really great introduction into how to use the motion-sensitive controller. You get to choose from 1 of 5 sports in the game. We're going to go with tennis. Now, as you'll see, the character on the screen is going to be following my movements pretty much exactly. As I swing my controller, Walter there swings his racket and hits it out, unfortunately. It's really cool because it gives you a visceral feeling of playing the game. You're much more connected with the experience than if you were just kind of mashing buttons as we're used to on older controllers. Now, you'll also notice here, these graphics are pretty simplistic and kind of cartoony compared to what we've come to expect. And it's definitely a step below what you'd see on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. The thing Nintendo's delivering here is fun, however, and this does not represent the peak of the Wii's functionality. There are games with a lot better graphics, such as the new Legend of Zelda game, for instance. It's still not quite up to the level of a 360 or a PS3. It's not HD, but definitely a step above what we were looking at. This is also one of the games that uses both the wireless controller and the nunchuck, and it just gives you more control options than you'd otherwise have. Both of these are motion sensitive, they have a thumbstick, extra buttons, and it just gives you more ways to interact with your environment. For instance, later in the game, we can even use the controller for casting our fishing pole and even sword fighting. One other really cool thing about the Wii is that it has this Me channel, which lets you customize avatars of yourself that you can actually put in the games like Wii Sports. It also has a photo viewer. When you pop an SD card in the front panel there, you can look at and manipulate your photos. And in addition to that is also the shopping channel. This is a key one because it is providing you access to the Wii's virtual console function. That means you can buy classic video games from Nintendo's past. In addition to the downloadable games available on the Wii's Virtual Console, it also is backwards compatible with all the games for the Nintendo GameCube. The one caveat is that you pretty much have to use a GameCube controller, and they plug in along the top of the Wii, and it also takes the old GameCube memory cards as well, so you can save your GameCube games. So if you're looking for a next-generation video game console that's a graphical powerhouse that really complements your HD TV, the Nintendo Wii really isn't it. But if you're looking for something that's the most affordable, this is only $250, which is less than half the price of the PS3, something that offers very unique gameplay with these motion-sensitive controllers, and a console that offers a lot of nostalgia value with access to potentially Nintendo's entire back catalog going back 2 decades, the Nintendo Wii could very well be the console for you. I'm John Falcone for CNET, and this is the Nintendo Wii.